Hey, my lovelies, and welcome back to Big Squared Gaming. I am Scottish Bex, and it's time for more of our Bioshock Infinite series. So, kind of looking forward to this. We are going into part 13. There was a lot of chaos last time. Lady Comstock. Oh, try that again. Lady Comstock has come back from the grave, and some kind of wraith, and there's something about her that's different. We need to find evidence that's now been destroyed in this universe, so we're looking for tears. We've now found out that Rosalind and her brother are neither alive nor dead. They were killed in this universe, but by Fink. But at the same time, they're still alive. But they've already mastered the ability to move between the universes. It's the suspending things. That's how the ship stays. This thing stays in the sky. So going forward, yeah, we're still tracking down the rest of these tears before we can move forward. So let's get going. All right. Tear there.
Now.
Did you just death to tyrants me? I mean... Oh, crap. I thought I got a shot off on you. Alright. Starting strong. Oh! Popped his head like a watermelon. That was beautiful. Hope so I don't have to reload in the middle of this. He's sneaking around the side, isn't he? Where did he go? Right. Favorite weapon back up and running. Right. It's intentional that you lost me, to be fair. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? And these guys take a couple of hits to go down. Alright. Now that that's done. So the Vox are still mad at us. Well, to be fair, we did kill Daisy, so you can't really blame them.
50%.
What's that?
50% of everything people earn here goes right to Comstock as a tithe.
I gotta get me a job in the profit business.
50%. Wow. That is the cost of living or being part of his little empire.
That won't take but a minute.
What gets me, that doesn't even include your living costs. That's just literally the privilege of living in this city. Wow. Fucking
Found
wow.
some money. Want it?
That is unbelievable. That. A weird looking pillory box thing. Here. I can't go over the fact that, yeah, that he could get away with that is just horrific. Like, I just, yeah. And the fact that people were willing to pay it is what makes it even more... Really? just really? You know? Yeah, you know, if it'd been me, I would literally have been like, I'm sorry, what? You wanna what? I'm presuming we're going over there, but I'm just doing everything that... You know that I do this, guys. You already know I do this. I search everywhere first before I move on to an area. Why is there green lights over this? Presuming we're going on through here then.
Footsteps seem to go down to the vault.
We'll go the opposite way of the footsteps for the moment, shall we? Footsteps go down to the vault. So what the hell happened? Because again, this is her memories. We're following Lady Comstock. Now we've already had box of phones that say she had doubts over him, and we know she was murdered, but we know she wasn't murdered by Daisy. No matter what they say, we know that wasn't. We're not stupid. We know it wasn't Daisy that killed her. Money's on Comstock himself to my money's on Comstock himself. Because either she found something out,
Right, let's see.
or he realized he was no longer able to control her.
Letters to
Ooh.
spell the voice.
3 letters.
VOX. Try the typewriter.
Oh, this must be the Oh, this is the cipher. Okay, alright, okay. Nice. It's the cipher.
Perfect.
Found some money.
What gets me as well is that with her dead, he was able to use her like some kind of martyr to the cause kind of scenario and get people to rise up.
I know the prophet is a liar, but he cannot be. I know the prophet is a murderer, but he cannot be. For if the future lies only in the imagination of God, why would he reveal it to such a monster?
Oh, well, I think now we've got our answer as to why she was killed. I would say it would explain why she turned. I think she probably tried to reach out to someone or get help and he stopped her. I mean, it also explains why her relationship with him changed. I mean, I think the book from her diary said something along the lines of rather letting his seed dry out on the bed than ever have his child. And I would say, yeah, I mean, you might be in a situation where you know you can't get away from him, but you're sure as not going to have his Wayne. Unless you absolutely have to. So, I think it kind of explains... Like, because if she was so obsessed and devoted to him, she would have been excited, ecstatic to have his child. And the fact that, you know, I'm not saying all women are like that with men. I mean, as in, if you're compulsively obsessed with someone, you know, it's you know. Let's have a look. New boots, killing with excessive damage, stuns nearby. Oh. Yeah, let's take that. You know, so, you know, because people who like, she'd been, my understanding is she didn't lead a particularly moral life before, and he, let's use the term, rescued her. Basically, he saw someone he could manipulate, and he used that to his advantage. That's what gets me when she's like, oh, he gave me his forgiveness, and I'm like, no, my dear, he saw that you were malleable and you could control you, so that's why he chose you to be his wife. Like, you okay, princess? And you're like, that's why he chose you, my dear. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that is why he chose you. But those kind of people are, you know, she's going to be obsessive and desperate to please him, and then, you know, realizing that he's a monster, she's like, oh my gosh. You know, her obsession is bit her in the ass, essentially, and she's woken up because she's no longer... I mean, the thing is, if she spent time healing and she's not in the same place she was, then she's not going to see herself as this vulnerable, desperate creature, and she's going to resist, and that's what's happened. He thought he would always be able to control her, and he actually couldn't, because she was stronger than he thought. At the time he found her, yeah, she was malleable. Didn't stay that way. Most people don't. Enough time, enough healing. Unless you've come from somewhere that's such extreme trauma that you don't heal from it. It's, yeah. Not sure which way we're going. That way. Bank solutions. I thought it said bank solutions. Bank solutions safe identification code. That sounded like one of those.
Join the fight!
Oh crap. The answer to that is yes, it is. I can give it a shot though.
Cut off your head! Kill them all!
Who else? Have we got other people?
Sniper, be careful!
I mean, I assumed initially that she was just a stuck-up cow, you know, and she was like, I'm not raising this child, blah, blah, blah. No, but the more of her story you've realized that she wasn't
More money.
trying to punish Elizabeth, she was just trying to escape from her own situation. Now, could she have done that by taking the child with her? Absolutely, she didn't have to. But as far as she was concerned, the child was not her responsibility. Now, any of us with extreme empathy would say it doesn't matter, you protect a child regardless of whether it's your child, but that's not how everyone has. And there is a level of boundary setting where you can argue if it's not her child, it's not her responsibility. I don't disagree. Like, if it was me, I would do everything to protect the kids. Like, I've said this a million times, it doesn't matter if it's my, you know, like, my niece and nephews, as far as I'm concerned, you know, I would still die for them. It's not it doesn't matter that I didn't birth them. They are, you know, what you do. You know, so you see a kid getting kidnapped, you don't just stand there and go, well, it's not my child. Do you know what I mean? Of course you bloody don't. But at the same time, you know, some people don't have that. You know, you put yourself in that way, you can put yourself in trouble, and some people will protect themselves first. Doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. You need to understand the circumstances and what that person's been through to know whether the reason they made that decision. Oh, fuck off with the crow dudes. I wish the crow dudes would join my side since I'm clearly trying to help her. There's the tear. All of this. Interest.
Book her a lockpick. Grab it.
I see it, but I don't seem to be able to pick it up. So I'm assuming my lockpicks are full at the moment because I don't seem to be able to pick it up.
Want to hold on to this?
Well, that's a cool effect. That smoky effect that's going on. See, oh. There's shit going down in here, isn't there?
Think you can pick this?
Sure thing. All done.
Oh.
Lutece says the bastard is a creation not of her womb, but of some unholy science. I do not know which is true. The child is no more divine than I. What says that from my husband's prophecy? He begs my silence, but I can only offer him forgiveness. But with repentance, need come truth. I can suffer his lies no longer.
Well, I think we now know why she was executed. So yeah, she had refused to basically. So yeah, so it implied that it said it was the girl, the child was conjured up from something Lucia did. Now Lucia we know is playing with tears in time, so that means she came. I would imply that, but that to me would imply that Elizabeth came through a tear. But where did she come from? Like, was it genuinely a child that Comstock and Lady Comstock had in another universe and he stole it? Or I don't know. She said she's not willing to lie. And I'll say this for her. Good for her. You know, she said she'll forgive him for what she's doing, but she's not going to cover it up. And I'll say, good for her. It's a time to do the tear. Sort of being around everything. Throw it off on his head there. Whoa. All that's left of him.
And if I do this sabotage, all their patents, all of them, Mr. Fink. Now, why does the Prophet want these two killed?
For the same reason Lady Comstock lies buried. The child.
And why does he want me to do it?
Because only you can make it seem an accident.
It's a Comstock.
That's the real Lady Comstock. I think she's a combination of herself and my feelings towards her.
What do you mean?
I'm just so angry. At her and at my father. I think she's her, but she's also partly me.
Well, you charged it up, so...
I'm not even sure I understand it myself.
The Archangel tells me that Columbia will only survive so long as my line sits the throne. Yet Lady Comstock produces no child. I have done what a man can do, yet there is no child. I've asked Lutece about the matter, but even she refuses to help.
Because Lady Comstock knows how to not get herself pregnant even when you're up in her business. Yeah, you fucked yourself royally there, mate. Alright. I can't seem to get back up here, so maybe we don't go back up this way. Oh no, we don't. No child of mine, no child of mine was that. Oh, we're gonna have to take her on again. Where did she go? Where did she go? Oh, bollocks. Fudge. She's resurrecting people we've killed, which is a problem. Oh, fudge. Need my shield back. Right, where is she? Is that her over there? That's her over there. Oh, my health is really low. Thank you, my dear. He's just gonna keep raising them again. I need to get her.
I'll keep my eyes open for more.
Of course now I'm out of ammo. Great. Yeah, I agree. I appreciate your suffering, my dear. I'm very, very sorry for that.
Still looking.
I need my... I know I'm low on ammo. There's ammo. Oh, no, I can go buy ammo. I can go buy ammo. Right. Where is the bitch? You had my sympathy right up until the point you decide to attack me, my dear. Right. I do feel sorry for her. She was, you know... Coming, please. Like, she isn't a monster. She did what she thought was best. You know, she wasn't going to lie. And good for her. And unfortunately, she has paid the price. I do feel sorry for her. I feel... Yep, this way somewhere. She did what was right and was punished for it. What was morally right and was punished for it. But we know that. We know that those are the decisions you make. And it's why so many people choose to not make the decisions because it ends their life. So there's an argument between doing what is right, knowing it will cost you everything, including your life, or, you know, just staying quiet. And it is why so many people do stay quiet. It's not... It's they're protecting themselves. It's sad, but it is true. Yeah, we've not been around here. It's gonna be around here somewhere, isn't it? It's gonna be in Lutece's shop. Oh yeah, it is.
Now!
She might have lived a life that made her not necessarily the morally best person in her life. But, do you know what? At the end of the day, when the time came, she did what was right, and you can't hate her for that. I mean, obviously we might hear more of the story and find she's not actually that nice, but for the moment, this is what we're getting. Yeah.
Seems right up your alley.
Child's play. All yours.
Yeah. So Fink got all of their patents in exchange for shuffling them off the mortal coil. They built the siphon. Look, they built the siphon. I like it how she uses the objects around her. Right, the tear's there. Now, rather than dealing with the tear, let's go up the stairs first. Okay. Oh, it goes down through the bedroom. That's dedication to your craft.
Feel better already.
Okay. This is her home, I'm presuming. Not just her crafting, but her home. Who are the pictures of then? Oh, look, there's one of Paris. That looks like the guy. I don't know. Whoa, did you see that?
Comstock seems to have been made sterile by simple exposure to our contraption. A theory. Just as sexual reproduction can de-emphasize the traits of each parent, so goes the effect of multiple realities on our own. Your traits dissipate until they become unrecognizable or cease to exist.
So, not only was Lady Comstock making sure she didn't get pregnant, he was sterile. Oh! Then who the fuck is Elizabeth? Because if he's sterile, she sure as fuck was not from a mistress. He has to have stolen her from another reality. So in another reality, did he and Lady Comstock have a child and he stole the child from another reality? Because that's the only thing I can think of is he stole her from another reality where him and Lady Comstock had a child.
I assure you, madam, my sexual interest in your dear prophet is non-existent.
Lutece.
Furthermore, the man is quite sterile. It's a lie. Come and get you little bastard! I want you out of my house!
Oh.
They weren't my parents.
Then what were you to them?
A child that they decided to imprison. I don't understand. Why would the twins send us to find three truths? Were the tears somehow related through a kind of quantum field, or were they?
Elizabeth wanted you to understand her.
Who? You mean? Oh. All right, come on.
Lady Comstock seems to believe the child is a result of some errant act of carnality between myself and her beloved
Rosalind is like, I
prophet.
wouldn't touch him with a barge
I told
pole.
the poor woman the truth, that the child was a product of our little contraption, but I think she found that less believable than her delusion.
She's like, sweetheart, I wouldn't touch your husband with the fucking barge pole. And even if I did, he ain't got the goods to juice me up.
Found some money. Want it?
Always. So is it the fact that she invented this machine that started to tear holes in the fabric of reality? Like, is it a case of if she'd never invented the machine, the tears would never have appeared? Like, because there's tears appearing from nowhere.
Comstock. Lutece's.
And anyone who knew the truth was better dead than alive.
I'm not even his daughter. I'm just some specimen to be poked and prodded.
No, you are not. Elizabeth, listen to me. What you've been through, ain't nobody in the world deserves that.
Booker.
We are getting out of here, you got it? You're never gonna have to look back.
Do you know what I'm loving about this? Is that her outfit is like, it doesn't pretend that she's not a normal woman. Like, if you look at the top half, obviously under, I don't mean the top bit, guys, get your minds out of the gutter, and then to her waist, that little bit has got like a little pudge at the front, like, that unless you like seriously hit the gym all the time, every woman has pudge there, and then beneath that we all have that little tummy pouch, and that's what you can see. So even the corset is showing that she's got those little pudges, and I love it. I love the fact that they built in, yeah, not all of us have that fucking kind of waist unless you have a goddamn hourglass figure, but or have genetics from certain parts of the world, but yeah, the fact that they gave her the little bits of pudge that are sitting in the corset, I love that. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. That's realistic, actual woman pudge. I love it. Thank you.
Rosalind Lutece is not my mother. Neither are you. He killed you both. Because of me. I know you hate me for not being your daughter. And I hated you for not being my mother. No rest until she's gone!
Well, I think we're about to have another fight.
There she is, Booker!
The fuck is that? Ow, 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 ow! I'm being humped hard and fast and not in a really enjoyable fashion.
Do it!
There!
Where is she?
Elizabeth!
On it!
Well, these guys are taking a bit to go down. Where is the bitch? Well, there she is.
Now! Catch!
Yep, thank you. Appreciated.
Open it.
You bet!
Do it!
Sure thing!
I need to keep jumping back and forth between the two because it refreshes them. So if I can bring the mosquito thing back through again now, wherever the hell it is. Maybe I can only bring it through so many times. No, I can't. There it is.
There you go!
Where is... There's it. Stand fucking still, you bitch!
Go ahead!
There!
Open it!
All right!
I think I got her. Whoa, whoa.
I owe you an apology! Comstock used me to bring you back, but I brought back a version of you from the reality that I had built up in my own head. He pretended to love you, like he pretended to love me. I am not your husband's bastard. I am his victim. My days of victimhood are done. We must forgive each other. Because there's one far worse than you or I.
The prophet killed me.
Because you wouldn't keep his secret about me.
that's so, then why am I alive?
Not in this world. Maybe this is you in another. A world where you never meet him.
Or where I saved him.
I don't know. Is that possible?
Find out, child. Find out.
Okay.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh. Let's go get some ammo before we go any further forward.
Now.
All right.
Okay. Well, that shit was interesting. Okay. So this is us. We're going into Comstock's house. So yeah, this is gonna leave this part here. So that was interesting. So we now know kind of some of what's going on. So it's confirmation he did kill her. We already knew he killed her, guys. I mean, we all kind of worked that one out. That was obvious. And we also worked out that so basically we found out the truth that Elizabeth is from one of the tears. But who she still is a question, because we now know she's not Comstock's daughter. We now know she's not Lady Comstock's daughter. At least not from this reality. Could she be from another reality where they did succeed in having a child where he wasn't sterile? Maybe. But who knows? So, gonna leave this part here, guys. As always, if you have enjoyed yourself, give us a like. Give us some comments on the series. Love to know what you're thinking. And I'll see you in the next part. Enjoy all.